Hey guys, it's Painkiller already, and it's your boy Wings of Redemption, and this is episode 17. And we're going to go. We don't really have a guest this week.
We got the best guest in the world. That's not true.
Absolutely.
This was my brainchild. I'm so psyched about this thought. So it's sorry to cut you off, Wings. But tonight's guest, we are live streaming on Justin TV. So
I was about to get to that.
I know, but you sold it wrong, baby. You sold it wrong because we don't. It's not that we don't have a guest. It's that we have 405 guests on here. We have a Justin TV live stream, and the thing is just swelling up. And what we're going to do is handle this kind of like a radio with a call-in show, except that you won't hear their voices. They'll ask questions in the live stream, and we'll try to get the community involved and turn this into like a group effort. So cool thing, man. But the first topic, I totally took over for Wings. But the first topic is the Black Ops trailer. So I'm going to be playing parts of the Black Ops trailer and pausing it, and we'll do our best to describe what we're talking about, so that you guys listening to it on your iPods or computers or whatever will know what we're looking at, even though you can't see it. So there we go.
So Woody climbs to the top rope, and this sold-out Coliseum.
All right, I've hit play. Now there's a serious delay on this video, so it's hard to stop and start it. I've already hit pause and it hasn't even started yet.
By the way, I just joined Red Baron's party and he backed out like a puss. Just saying.
All right, so in the video, I think it's going to pause in a moment. Yeah. So in the video, the guy has just walked up and shot a guy in the back using a camera to help him locate it. Do you guys want to talk about the camera?
All right, I quickly want to say, if you guys notice, there's a smiley face with a bullet hole in its head on the left side of the gun, and I think maybe that's customizable, and you'll be able to attach something like that to each gun. I could be completely wrong. And another thing I noticed is it says MKS on the back, and that's actually a type of weapon.
Yeah.
Let me quickly find what that was.
There's more. So on the back of the gun, it looked like it was etched in there, like maybe the guy scraped NKS. And I watched a T. Martin analysis video, and he said that was the clan tag of the guy holding the gun. So I'm not sure if that's right or not, but it was pretty interesting. Yeah, it might be that I could have Huppet or my Angry Owl, or whichever clan tag I'm rocking at the time, scratched into the back of my gun. And so I'm a guy who never cared about camos. People talk about my camos in my videos all the time. I used to run like Woodlands or something, and everyone hated it. So now I just switch my camos to whatever my subs want to see, because I don't really care. But this is the first thing that got me excited about the look of a gun ever. To scratch in my clan tag on it seemed like a cool notion.
You're close on this, but you've got it backwards. I think the guy made his clan tag the weapon he's using, just like people make their clan tag MP5. This guy made his clan tag MKS because that's the gun he's using. The MKS is a Swedish assault rifle made in the 1970s.
Also known as the Commando.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good theory. Like, he may have made his clan tag match his gun, or they may have scratched it into the gun. But I'm pretty psyched. If that's clan tag, I'm jazzed, and that's cool. So the camera. I hope everyone watching this has seen the Black Ops multiplayer video. You know what we're talking about. The camera, I'm a little nervous about. I don't know how you earn the camera. I'm guessing it's equipment, like you can have it instead of a nade or something along those lines. And one guy said that a camera and C4 would be a really lethal combo. Like, you could C4 a flag or a mod or a bomb site, and when the guy's there, take him down. So that's kind of interesting as a concept. I'm hoping you can't have both, but even there, teamwork would help you out. What do you guys think about the camera?
I don't like it no matter what it does. I'll tell you what, if they've got a theater mode like Halo, I think that makes that means that YouTube will be flooded with videos that are like, half-assed videos of just like, hey, I recorded this, it's in HD, and I'm thinking that maybe it might make hot pods obsolete.
So we're talking about different things, though, right? Like, you're talking about the theater mode, and I'm talking about the camera that was just on scene, where the guy.
Yeah, I suppose so. But
let me say this: the camera's not going to be a big deal. First off, people think it's going to be overpowered because he gives you some kind of intel that you normally wouldn't have. But needless to say, who says he couldn't have sound hoard a guy walking into that building? And the fact is, even if you walk onto a flag, the big-ass camera might be pretty ass obvious. Like, man, there's a guy looking at me capture the flag. Maybe there'll be C4 on it. Maybe I should disable the camera.
So first, I line up completely with the sound whore notion. Like, I think sound whoring is just nearly as powerful as the camera, and I bet there's some other equipment that that like guys like us with good headsets are going to find pretty valuable. On the other hand, I bet that just like sentry guns, people are going to find good uses for the camera. Like, here's a prime spot for it. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
I don't honestly though. Like, I just don't like it no matter what it does.
So there's another thing. Did you guys see T-Mart's analysis video? He looked at the I don't know what to call it. I'll call it the reticle on a hollow sight, and it wasn't a circle. He said that it was a smiley face in the middle of the sight. No. Kyle was talking about the side of the gun, I think.
I was talking about on the side of the gun. Yeah.
All right, we need to drop this T-Mark. How about this? Did you notice that the hit markers are different in different angles of the clip? Maybe they have customizable hit markers.
No, I didn't notice that.
Come on, you got to be paying attention here.
Come on now. So I hit play again, and I don't even see it playing, but I'll hit stop. So that was about 10 seconds. We can see if we catch anything.
And by God, I hope the fucking smiley face isn't the standard red dot, because I will sell that motherfucking game.
So we just watched the guy whip out the torque bow and shoot somebody.
Oh man, you just skipped the good parts. I don't know why it's not paused.
I thought it was paused.
You're like blazing through wonderful things.
Just so people know, what I see on screen isn't what happens in the video. It's so delayed that I hit play and pause, and it hasn't even started yet when I pause it. So it's hard to do.
He paused it in the war room.
But
okay, well, we saw the guy use the crossbow with the exploding tipped arrows, and the first thing I noticed about that, I never look at like the bullet leaving the gun and hitting somebody. I don't care what happens there. I'm looking at what happens down the bottom right of your screen, down in your inventory, and I noticed that he only had 2 arrows for the thing, and I like that maybe it's going to be a really limited amount of ammo, that you can't just be spamming these freaking arrows across the map. So I'm hoping that maybe 2-3 arrows at the most, and I think it could be a really interesting part of the game. I like it.
Now, here's
it
my
might be
question.
underpowered. Like my theory, my I don't know anything for sure, right, based on that little video, is I'm guessing it's a little better than a Semtex that requires it being stuck. Because you notice the guy, he hit him with the crossbow. I bet you don't get kills if you shoot the wall next to the guy like you do with a noob tube.
Yeah,
everyone's worried that it's overpowered because it's a one-shot kill. It's also hit
I think it's a style weapon.
And I think there's travel time on the arrow. And who knows, you might even have to aim high. It's hard to tell. Probably not, because Modern Warfare's never done that before. Call of Duty's never done that. But if there's travel time on it, and you have to actually hit him, it won't be too bad.
Let me throw some salt all over your game. All right, first off, they already have a weapon that, just a one-hit kill. That's the ballistic knife. So they got to make the crossbow have some kind of standout feature, or they have a repeat weapon, which they're not going to do. So the crossbow explosion is going to have to be strong enough to kill somebody standing next to him, such as a Semtex. Thus, if you stick it in a wall, I'm pretty sure it's going to act just like a noob tube for that reason alone. Not to mention they only give you 2 of them. Well, they only give you 2 noob tubes as well, but here's what my main concern is an arrow considered ammo? Can it be replenished with the scavenger perk? Whereas, noob tubes are not going to be.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Honestly, I don't think it matters either way, because I think that maybe it will do splash damage if it goes up next to you, but I think it's going to be like a Halo 3 style grenade where if you're standing right on top of it, yeah, it's a kill, but if you're just near it, it's just splash damage and your screen goes a little red.
That's my guess too. I think they're going to be really careful not to repeat the mistakes of Modern Warfare, and to have something that is as powerful as a noob tube that replenishes via scavenger, no way, they won't do that.
And we went through, we kind of skipped over the part, but it's fine. Everybody's seen it. The part where the guy uses the ballistic knife, then runs up and does a pretty funky lunge on the second guy. And everybody was focused in on the fact that he used a ballistic knife and the fact that he did that lunge. And nobody noticed that right after he stabs that guy, there's an AUG laying on the ground. And it's the AUG assault rifle, not the light machine gun.
I want to point out, I don't think we've seen it yet. In one of the clips, I think it's the actual clip with the ballistics knife, there is a bomb in his kill streak.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks like a daisy cutter, like a big one.
It looks like that fucking British bomb they used in the Lancaster bombers.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
You think the effect will be similar to a stealth bomber?
I think it should be a really big explosion in one part of the map.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking
like
it's going to be like
that you call in
like a super predator.
Yeah, like an airstrike predator.
Yeah.
Plane
Hey,
comes
let's
by and
talk
drops
about
it.
the dolphin dive. Yeah. Oh, it could be the napalm thing. Everyone's talking about that in the chat. But the dolphin dive, I wasn't able to pause right on it. But the dolphin dive, jumping dive, I've heard it called the Superman, but I think most people call it the dolphin dive. There's a new move, and it allows you to go from sprint to prone, from sprint straight to prone, and that's a big deal. I wonder how that plays out. I'm not sure exactly how to use it. I drop shot a lot, which I guess makes me a tryhard. And will this add a new level of tryharding, this sprint to prone stuff? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I like it. I was pissed off that they made that they took the drop shot out of Modern Warfare 2. It seems like they try to take everything that good players did in Call of Duty 4 away in Modern Warfare 2. And
There's less
I
of
like
a drop
the
shot in Modern Warfare 2, you think?
Yeah,
They slowed it down.
Yeah, you have to go into crouch mode. There's no like straight from running or standing to prone. There's like standing, crouch, prone. Go play COD 4 and compare, and it's just like bam, you're laying down.
I gotta say this: neither one of y'all played World at War exclusively, so there is a move on World at War called the snake, or the
Worm.
Yeah.
Don't make me correct you about World at War, baby. I'm a pro.
You know one-on-one.
No, thank you.
But I don't see this being any worse than that. The worm was probably 3 times worse than this sprint to prone will ever be.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I think the worm would be pretty cool, and I think it's nice for them to put something in there for players, who work the subtleties of the game, right? The guys who put in 30 days, 60 days, into the game over the course of the year. It makes it a little less noob friendly, I guess. And if guys like us who are going to have a day's worth of playing time the first week it's out, will probably be able to learn how to use that dolphin dive effectively, and that'll be fun.
Getting behind cover. I can see myself diving behind cover like a little Navy SEAL.
Oh, really? See, I pictured it as a way to clear a room. Jumping over there. Like if you know a guy's in a room, you just freaking fly in a prone position and take him down, and we'll see. We'll figure out.
But we didn't get to see the outcome of his thing. We didn't see if he goes into prone or does a roll.
Oh, you think he's going to be somewhat gymnast?
What if he rolls like Gears of War? That's what I was thinking when I saw it. I was like, that dude's about to do a barrel roll and come up and stab 2 different guys.
Like he's covered
in the crouch.
Yeah. He's about to do some Chronicles of the Riddick shit.
All right, I'm gonna hit play again.
Can you block Red Baron?
And by the way, you see Red Baron 36. This is what we have to deal with the entire time we play the game all day.
He's been spamming me constantly. I even joined his party and he just left it.
For example, I turned my PlayStation on today, and I have 70 friend slots open on PlayStation, and all of them motherfuckers are filled with friend requests.
Pause it! Pause it!
I did. This is I already paused it, so it'll stop.
Okay, so quickly, we just went through the part where the guy had some sort of American...
Pause it, Woody, damn.
Damn, Woody.
It should be paused. I haven't pressed a button in like a minute.
It's over now.
Yeah, it's over now, Woody.
I failed. And it's so unresponsive. It's hard to do. I'm so sorry.
It's like you press play, wait 3 seconds, and press pause.
That's exactly what I did. I don't know.
Some big hitters there. You see the napalm go out, and you also see he has like a plane in his catchy in his pocket. It looks like a Harrier, in my opinion. And,
yeah, me too.
But it also has propellers, so it could be like a funky AC-130 because they're supposed to be back. AC-130 and chopper gun are kill streaks.
It's going to be hard though, because when kill streaks don't build kill streaks, if they're still 11s, it's not that common for me to get 11 kill streak with just guns.
Yeah, that's a C-nanner streak.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's those are the sort of things you run when it's not a competitive game. Like even now, like if a game's going to be hard to win, I rock 3-5-7 or something, 3-4-5.
I hate to tell you that if you had to get all of them with the gun, I'm sticking to my dogs, dude. I'm going 3-5-7.
Yeah. Well, unless look, you're a YouTuber, right? So there are going to be times when you got to get this AC-130 because people will want to see it. Remember how they wanted to see nukes when Modern Warfare 2 first came out? We're going to have to to get some of those big kill streaks because people are be interested in them.
One thing that I noticed back there, it's in the scene where he's in that war room with the Arctic camo assault rifle, and right after he sticks that guy with the Simtex style grenade, he starts sprinting, and if you look at the stock of his gun, it hasn't been painted yet. You can see straight through it. So this is like an alpha build that we're looking at right now. The guns haven't even been textured completely.
Oh, so about that grenade, there was something I noticed on it. Probably a lot of people did because I'm not the most observant. But one, it was a Semtex. It stuck right to his like upper thigh crotch area. It was a Scrotex, baby. And the other thing, it lit green instead of red, which whatever. But it was pulsing when he had. You know how when you hold a grenade, you've got kind of a reticle there. It was pulsing, which implies two things. I'm guessing that you can cook a Semtex now. And I'm also guessing that you can't put it back in your pocket if you change your mind about throwing it, like you can in Modern Warfare 2.
Interesting. I like that idea. And right after that, obviously, was something that all the 12-year-olds are going to love, the RC car.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the RC car. Man, so...
Bad piece of shit.
I'm the only person I know who's really optimistic about it. And there's a couple of reasons. It's a 3-kill streak, so that might be a little low. Maybe it should be 4. But I think it's going to be hard to get kills with it. I bet that the thing times out. Now, it looked like it doesn't time out in the Prestige Edition video. But, look, that thing was like Machinima. It wasn't really gameplay. It was just designed to sell a game and a version. In the gameplay, it didn't last that long. So I'm guessing that you have to pretty much get that car to the guy in a hurry. And the other thing is, the view that you have is not nearly as good as a Predator. With the Predator, oftentimes you can see the whole map and pick anyone on it for death. With the RC car, it's not like that. I don't think the RC car is a lot more powerful than a rifle. All it is you can sort of shoot around the corner. But, if I know where a guy is, I'm probably going to win that gunfight anyway.
Well, all right, and some of these guys in the chat box are saying they just got a hit marker. Well, I don't know. It killed those guys. Those guys are dead.
It's probably hardcore.
Got 2 kills.
Yeah, it got 2 kills there. Those guys fall on the ground and they're dead. You didn't see any XP because you're looking through a kill streak, I would assume. Or they may be, I don't know, they've got it on some weird alpha build.
Like a kill cam. That's probably what it was.
And, because you see the guy, all right, you see the guy throws the Simtex and he gets the kill with the Simtex, and that unlocks his 3-kill streak. And then he throws it down on the ground and it goes down the hallway and out the window. So you saw him earn the car and then use the car. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So kill streaks don't build kill streaks. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a good idea. I think it's obviously built to reward better players, but it may inspire some camping.
What the big thing is? It's going to make that care package a lot more used.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because the care package wasn't very attractive. I didn't even think of that, but that's a really good point.
AC-130 is going to be coming from that care package more often than there's 11 kills with the gun.
That's true, man. 11 kills. It really depends on the health. All right, back in the day when everybody on Call of Duty 4 was, when the skill level in COD 4 was higher, I could bust out an 11 kill streak probably literally every single game, and probably 2 or 3 times a game if I was playing like Domination or Headquarters or something. But it's not like that in Modern Warfare 2. Getting a 11 kill streak with your gun is pretty damn hard. And I'm just wondering what the difficulty of it will be in Black Ops. Really depends on the weapon difficulty of use is.
Even if you play this game a lot, I bet there's a lot of people in the chat right now that play the game a lot and fancy themselves as much better than average. Your KD is not 11, dude. Your KD is not 11. So it's going to be... I mean, mine's 42, right? I'm but, getting to 11 is not going to be a common occurrence.
Oh, no. When I play Capture the Flag with Onslaught, I'll be running the AC-130. Just when I don't seem to die when I play with Onslaught.
And yeah, guys, we will post it on Podbean. And I guess one more thing about this whole Black Ops fiasco. If you buy the Prestige Edition, you get the RC car with a working camera on it. And I assume that you've got a screen that you can watch on the controller. And I'm thinking these guys at Treyarch are some super-duper perverts, because I'm going to send that bad boy in on a suicide mission to Victoria's Secret the first day. Like, there's some wonderful things you can do with that RC car. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, there's one more thing in the trailer I want to talk about.
You said the same thing about the night vision goggles.
Exactly, night vision goggles. I'm outside your house, bitch. Raping your kids, raping your wife.
Oh my gosh.
But I want to say one more thing about the trailer. In the sniper clip, he has a motion sensor active. How do you think this is just going to fucking affect search and destroy?
Yeah, so what do you think a motion sensor does? Location-specific dots on the UAV, the map on the top left?
Yeah, where you throw it, and it has a pulsing radar, and anybody walks through that field, it shows them on the map.
Anybody without Ninja or a similar perk, I guarantee.
That's a good bet. If Ninja counters it,
yeah, but there is no Ninja
thing.
Yeah,
What?
there is. There's something like Ninja.
No,
There's a dead
Hutch
silence.
told me there's an armor perk and an equipment perk. That's it. There's no 3 perks no more.
If there's no... Well, no. So, what they told me, and this has been confirmed, so, is that there's 2 perks, and then the third thing you can choose is somewhat limited by the first you can choose, the first 2 that you already chose. So it's not that... I guess they're not calling the third one a perk, but the 2 perks that you choose open up an avenue for a third thing, if you don't want to call it a perk. They're confirming it on the chat here that I'm on target.
There has got to be a footstep quietening perk, because if there's not, then I'm going to be crouch walking everywhere because I'm going to be sound horning you so hard it's going to be ridiculous.
You know what's going to happen
yeah.
if they don't put dead sauce in this game? I'm going to have a 7 KD.
I know, because you're going to be sitting behind a damn compound somewhere.
You're going to have a 7 KD, a Coleman grill, and some wieners, and you'll be ready.
Yep.
Dude, you're going to see so many dogs in my video.
By the way, guys, Wings picked up a new sponsor this week. He's actually going to be getting paid for playing from now on. Coleman has sponsored him. It's official. He is going to be camping for all day every day.
A Stay Puft Marshmallow and Hershey's will be involved, and he's ready for it.
Dude.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
So, yeah,
Michael Vick up in my video, so there's going to be so many damn dogs fighting and biting us.
Oh, my God. Michael Vick reference for the win. By the way, Woody, you can join my Civilization Revolution game and take your medicine now if you want.
It'll come. What was I going to say? Oh, do we need a new topic?
I think we do.
All right. So one guy gave me a cool topic, and it was obsessions. So, and it kind of rang true with me. I have I want to call it an addictive personality, but not so much in the drug sense, right? That's never been a deal. It's I get into things at a level that most people don't. When I get into off-roading, or when I get into woodworking, when I get into these things, I do it 110% and get obsessed with them. And lately, I think gaming fits in that for me. I game probably 5 or 6 days a week, and all my sessions are 4 or 5 hours long. I do this quite a bit, and I don't know. Are you guys the same way? Do you guys get into things and then have it consume your thoughts all day?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Exactly the same. I remember I got into paintball, and it was like, all right, now I must have the best paintball gun in the world. It was like, I swear to God, I used to work out. People work out for football, people work out for baseball, people work out just to look good or be healthy. I worked out for paintball. Nobody else works out for paintball. I was running sprints, okay? I was running wind sprints, with my gear on, with the helmet, with the paintball gun, timing myself. I'm like, nope, got to get that 100-yard dash down. Got to get it down. It's I love paintball. And the thing about paintball, it's really similar to what I do in Call of Duty, which is, shoot little kids basically all day. In paintball, it was the same thing. I was 18, 19 years old or whatever, and my opponents were all 12. So I would run up the side of the map, and these guys are like cowards. They're terrified of getting shot. I loved getting shot. I'd run up 2 feet from them literally and pop them in the neck and then just run to the next guy. I loved making little kids cry. It was an obsession of mine for about a year and a half.
I played laser tag a couple times, and that was totally my method of racking up score. I'm a laser tag newbie, and I'd walk in that place, and I'd be the best guy there. And you want to know why? Because I shot 8-year-olds in the back repeatedly.
Exactly.
They'd run, and as quick as my gun would recharge, as quick as they were able to to get shot again, I was right on them. And they don't have any counterattacks, and I had this bob and weave move thing that makes it harder to shoot me in the chest and the gun. And dude, if you and I would have played laser tag, My objective would not to be to see you at all. I have better targets, and they're 6 years old.
I loved paintball, man, and it's like you said, it's like that with me. It's been like that for me for a long time with many different hobbies and projects, and but kind of this. It was video games, but now I think it's video making at this point. You know, it's not so much about me playing games anymore as it is about doing this whole YouTube thing. That's more of the hobby than the video games actually are.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of transitioned for me.
Yeah, for me, I've kind of gotten into this notion of creating a community. Like that's what I do. Like the YouTube channel is part of that. Huppet is part of that. Even the playing games, it all builds toward this notion of a better gaming community than we have now. I kind of enjoy it. Wings? Obsessions?
I like sleeping.
Wings is sleeping? What?
I don't know. Lately, I've been sleeping more often than I normally do.
Dude, that's ridiculous. You can't have sleeping as an obsession.
Why can't you?
Because it's not a hobby.
Right.
It's not.
Sleeping is a hobby I do every day.
Someone in the chat
is
called
like,
you a hibernating
Wings
bear.
Wings is pro at sleeping.
I am the best sleeper you'll ever see. But the thing is, I'm a light sleeper, though. Like if I feel a presence in the room, I'll wake up.
You know what? Sleeping is actually. My friend has this theory that everyone has a superpower, and mine could be sleeping. I'm like some guy said, an MLG sleeper. MLG sleeper, legit. I can like let's say that I have 20 minutes to kill before something happens. I can take a nap in that period of time. I'll be down in 3, I'll be up in 8, in 17, and we'll be ready to go. I can do it. So.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Like, I've tried to fall. I took naps like 2 hours before the podcast, and there's been times I was like, fuck that alarm clock.
Dude, I did, like, if I can take a nap, and there's no telling when I'll wake up. Like, for example, today it was like, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was going to take a nap, and I thought to myself, you know what? There's a chance I won't wake up by 10. I better set an alarm. I was like, I got to make sure I wake up for that podcast. What are you going to be angry?
So I have another topic. Somebody asked me how to get on Machinima. So, that could leverage into a whole bunch of things. It could leverage into, or lead into, I should say, how to have a big YouTube channel, how to literally get on Machinima. Kyle, if I asked you how to get on Machinima, what would you tell me?
Give me $50 and I'll upload your video to Machinima.
$50?
That's what I would say.
I got a more constructive answer.
Yeah, you know what, Kyle?
Wings is like 40.
I don't mean to go Donald Trump on you here, but you're fired. Wings, hit it.
The key to getting on Machinima, like if you actually want to get on there and get noticed, is to create a user fan base that is unique. The thing that when they're handing out contracts for their regular program, what they're looking for isn't a mass of subscribers; it's unique subscribers because they're looking to improve their own subscriber account as a whole. If you're like attracting a different crowd than say like an FBS Kyle or Woody's gamer tag, there's a better chance you'll get a Machinima contract than somebody coming in trying to do a complete copy of FBS Kyle.
That's a really good point. And you talk about unique crowds, but I think one way to do that would be a different game. If you went to them and said, look, I'm a freaking Uncharted pro and I have 5,000 subs so far. If I take my show to your channel, I bet they'd be really interested in you. If you go to them and say, hey, I'd like to be your 178th Modern Warfare 2 commentator, you're going to have a hard time.
Oh, hold up. Red Baron has sent you another fucking Xbox Live thing.
Can we block Red Baron?
Can we DDT Red Baron?
Guys, forget it. I don't even pay attention to that Joker. So, what do I want to say? So yeah, if you were to bring a different game to Machinima, that would really help. Machinima Sports at the moment is a lot easier to get to than the Machinima Respawn, which is their FPS shooter channel. So, maybe if you have an equal love for like NBA basketball or skate or is it FIFA, and Modern Warfare 2, focus your efforts on those other ones because that's where they want the people.
I guess that's a good point. I mean, and you could. I guess if you're trying to stand out and legitimately get on there, I mean, honestly, you just need to contact somebody and get your video in front of somebody. And if they like it, they'll check it out. I know one time somebody like messaged Sark, and they were just like, "Hey man, how can I get on Machinima?" Like this, and just did it. You know, like Sark seems like a pretty good avenue of getting on there, because I've seen Sark do that for people.
Yeah, Sark is taking dual comms out of though.
I don't think Machinima is exclusive as it used to be. Like, so I got my Machinima contract in January, and even that wasn't the tight stuff. Back in, I'll call it the last quarter of 2009, there were only elite guys on Machinima. And then, Kyle, do you need me to praise you? Kyle, you're so good. So, sorry, I'm showing off for the chat. I'm a jackass. But, yeah, so only some of the big names are. Kyle was on it, you know, probably Grizz. I know Hutch was a director at that point. C. Nanners was on it, Blame Truth. And regular people weren't on it so much in the last quarter of 2009. And then it opened up, and it opened up more and more and more, until now I think they have over 150 directors. And
let me say, I was a director in December of 2009.
Okay, yeah. So I was the first quarter of 2010. I was a step behind. But
I was before C. Nanners. I was before C. Nanners. That was me first.
Okay. So,
Kenny, I mute everybody in the lobbies, Kenny. Don't take it personally.
What was I going to say? So that's the key to getting on a Machinima. And then the other thing you can do, and I don't even want to say this because people are going to ask me, is if you ask a Machinima director for a hookup, they possibly let you in. But I still like this idea that Machinima is a place for great videos. So I don't really hook people up. I want them to sort of earn it the hard way and really get noticed. So you're wasting your time with me. But that is one way. You know, the guys who have Machinima contracts have the contacts that you need to get on the inside. But don't bother with me. It won't work, I promise you.
It will work with me, but I asked for a lot more money than FPS Kyle.
That's why you want to go through me. That's why you go through Kyle. You get yourself 40 to 50,000 views from people who've never seen your video before. Maybe Hutch has to watch all the videos on there. He does it every day. Maybe he likes yours. Maybe he has you send him a contract. Maybe you become best friends with Hutch, and you end up moving in together and living in a small flat. It's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
See, you're in England now. You're living in a flat.
Nice.
With somebody you don't even know.
Of course, Hutch has always wanted to move to Europe. Everyone knows that. He starts Machinima Europe, and you and Hutch are like the
odd
in charge
couple.
of Machinima. Yeah. You guys are running Machinima Europe, and it all started because you gave FPS Cal $50.
And I don't want to put too fine a point on this, but Hutch is gay friendly. That's it. I'm just saying. He's done a lot of videos where he's kind of pro-gay. And, I also have no trouble with gay people whatsoever. I'm not one of them. But, there's always that possibility. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, and I have it on good authority that he has an 11-inch penis. So that's something to keep in mind if you're going to be bunking with Hutch. It's not going to be
It's not going to be an easy first time.
No, it's not going to be... It's going to be a rough ride.
The other thing about how to get onto Machinima kind of tied into how to have a big YouTube channel. And, let's see, one way to get a YouTube channel, people are selling affiliate boxes, right? So if you were to pay money to like Six Skins or Wings or something like that, people will notice your channel because it's linked to his. People sell dual comms. That'll also do it. You have to moderate that though, right? Because if you start buying a dual comm from every big commentator on YouTube, then, you're also going to get a lot of negative feedback on that. So, be careful. I'll also add that I have had a lot more subs join my channel from dual comms than I have from Machinima posts. If I put a video on Machinima, I expect the next day to bring me 500, 700 subs. And one time it was 1,500. But if I do a dual comm with the big guy, then, I can bring in 5,000 subs or something crazy like that. So, dual comms build it, and that's a good thing. And the guy doesn't have to be bigger than you. If you have 200 subs, don't even ask a guy with 50. God's gift to commentary and gaming, then he's not going to do it with you, and you're probably really new at it. But find someone who's your peer or maybe just a level above you who you can offer something to, and dual comms grow the channel a lot. And then also, of course, good content. When you watch my commentary, there's a real chance that was not my first take. You know, I had some talking points. I had some learning moments in those things. I stuttered in it, and I was like, I'm not going to put that up there. You know, I need to be more articulate than that. So if you're just whipping out first tries and wondering why you don't have 100,000 subs, it's because you suck. It's because you're not putting effort into your videos. So step it up a bit. You know, Team Art and Onslaught have broke out lately. And do you know how many hours they put into a video, you know, with their editing and the Photoshop work and all that stuff? It's a big deal.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but I think that's the next level of this stuff. Oh,
you know that you could put the 4 hours of video. But I just want to put this out there: 7 out of 16 people in my Dropbox are on Machinima. $100.
There's another thing. Oh, when Black Ops comes out. Different guys disagree with this. I think Wings is going to disagree with me on this. But when Black Ops comes out, I think it's going to level the playing field quite a bit. People are going to be searching once again instead of just watching their favorite commentators. And they're going to be more interested in tips than they are now. You know, now, Modern Warfare 2 is a mature game. People just are looking for perhaps entertainment value. That could be gameplay, like close games that are really popular at the moment. Or it could be really great commentary. But when Black Ops comes out, it's going to swing over to tips again, I think. And guys who put effort into their videos and really teach, they're going to be popular. So I think that, you know, it's not going to be about who you are. It's going to be about what you can do with the introduction of a new game, and that'll be an opportunity.
I think I'm going to get 100,000 subscribers the first month Black Ops comes out.
That could be. Well, shucks, that's 2 months from now. What are you at, 90?
Yeah. I think I'm like, by December this year I have 200,000 subscribers.
Okay. All right.
Because I have a conservative play style, and people have a fresh new KD, and they're going to try to want to hold it. Who are they going to come to?
I look at it the other way. People are going to have a fresh new game, and they're going to want to go like buck wild and run around and be crazy.
Yeah, some people will, but guess what? Those people are rare, and they're just more outspoken than others.
You know what? I'm going to laugh my ass off, Wings. If Black Ops comes out and there is no kill-death ratio.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to sell the bitch and go back and play Battlefield Vietnam.
Wings will count his kills and deaths every day, and he'll post his kill-death ratio. He'll be like, all right, guys, there's not a kill-death ratio, but I've been keeping count. Mine's 3.1, all right? Just so you know.
No, I'm too damn lazy for that. Here's what I would do. My kill-death ratio would be whatever the last game I posted. All right, 30 KD. Right. Prove me wrong.
You know who has a high win-loss ratio? Preyas. Preyas started a new account, and he only plays with like me and Onslaught and T-Mart and Wings and guys like that. And he has one loss on his new account, but it was fake. Like the host ended and it counted as a loss. And he has 70 wins. So he's his win-loss ratio is actually 70. So kind of cool.
Well, we're talking about win-loss ratio. My Battlefield win-loss ratio just edged over a 3. Eat that, punks.
Yeah, my Modern Warfare ratio is if it's not 3, it's 2.99. It's right there, and I have a ton of losses in that game from leaving care package and Javelin glitched games.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a ton of losses from the C4 shit.
Oh yeah, that's everyone's UAVing, and like I don't even play that game much, and I know everyone UAVs and C4's the bomb sites.
Yeah, you're talking about Battlefield. Yeah, that's pretty gay.
You see, these guys had nothing about Battlefield. They played for like the first week, and they like threw the game off to the side.
So I have a cool story, bro. Is it time?
I think while we do cool story, bro, you should come take your whooping. That's what I think.
Oh, really? You want me to tell the cool story, bro, while I play Civ Rev against you?
Sounds like somebody wants a crutch.
I know.
I think so.
Would it help you if I worked the controller with my nose? Is that something you're going for?
I'll tell you what. I'll work my controller with my toes, and we'll see how it goes.
How about we get the Civ Rev game going?
You were raised by car dealers.
All right.
I
think everyone here wants to see the Civ Rev game. They want to see epic domination of a kind they've never seen before.
I want to see this game played out in real time. Let's see this.
All right, I'm looking for Civ Rev in my...
I'm just warning you. Every time I sign into Civilization Revolution, the theme music from Hercules plays. I'm just saying.
Kyle, you're not going to
saying.
believe me. I literally don't have Civ Rev.
Where would
Sorry,
your
bro.
Civ Rev be?
It could be the family could have taken it to Jersey because I know they took some games to play up there. My nephew has an Xbox. It could be somewhere around the house. There's more Xboxes in the house. I don't know where it is. Oh, they're not believing me. I want to put a camera on my game box. It's really not here. I could read them
Red
off, but it
Fire
would make
wants
for a
you to
bad
join
show.
his Xbox Live party.
Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 5, World at War, COD 4, OST, Orange Box, Modern Warfare, Left 4 Dead. Yeah, it's honestly not here, Kyle. I was gonna play too. I was down. Oh, cool story, bro. I don't know what to tell you. So here's the deal. This story is not that old. This story is maybe I'll call it 2.5 years ago. And I told it on my other live stream, so forgive me, guys, if you've heard this one recently on the other live stream. Me and two buddies went deep sea fishing. So we're trolling for marlin and for mahi-mahi, and we're off the coast of like Cape Hatteras or something like that, on North Carolina. So since there were three of us on the boat, we also had strangers on the boat, people we didn't know, and it was these three guys from Philadelphia. Anyway, one of the guys was a total jackass, and he was drinking. And, he just got kind of drunker, and he was kind of crude and whatever. I didn't like him, but I didn't talk to him much. And as when you go deep sea fishing, the first thing the boat does is it goes for like an hour, hour and a half, just straight out to where the deep water is. And during that process, I got seasick. I got ridiculously horrible seasick. And, I was sweating bullets horribly bad. And all the suntan lotion started coming out of my skin. So not only am I pale, but I'm like wicked crazy pale with suntan lotion, Exodus. And so I got inside the cabin of the boat where it's air conditioned, and I'm still sweating. It's still horrible. I'm laying on my back, and I'm just looking at the roof, which probably isn't a good idea, but I feel terrible. Well, Jackass strolls into the cabin area of this boat, and he says he's going to pour his beer on my chest to make me feel better. And I'm like, dude, don't do this. You're making a mistake. And mind you, by the way, I'm like an active MMA fighter at this time. And I didn't look too much different than I did in the freaking lifeguard pictures. So he's like, no, you'll feel better. You'll feel better. And I'm like, dude, don't pour that fucking beer on my chest. I'm not down for this. And because it's, to me, the... like something about beer, it smells, and it's a smell that stays, and it is an insult on the level of like spitting on a guy, and it's not like pouring water. Like if you hit me with a water pistol, it's fun. If you put beer on me, dude, this is not cool. So I'm laying on my back, and I'm just about defenseless at this point. So he holds his beer like over my chest and tips it, as if he's going to pour it on me. And I'm like, no, dude, this is not going to happen. I don't want this. I'm trying to be clear with you. And then he did it. And then he poured the beer on my chest. And yeah, he did. So I immediately stood up and gave him like the 2-hand push on his chest, like it's on. And dude, it was it was on. I was ready to crush him. So he starts begging. And he says that you can pour beer on me. You can pour beer on me. It's okay. Just relax. I didn't mean it. You can pour beer on me. It's good. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna pour beer on you. I'm gonna take it out of your ass. And which sounds gay now. Yeah, dude, I was at full anger. And so then he changes the terms, right? He doesn't want me to pour beer on him. He says this. He goes, dude, you can pee on me. I will let you pee on me. Just don't beat me up. And my whole problem with this scenario, it wasn't so much the beer at this point. It was that, like I don't know if you guys saw Karate Kid, but what he told his instructor was that he felt off center. That, he wasn't going to fight this thing out of anger to beat a guy up. He was doing this thing because he didn't want to be anybody's victim. And that was the same mindset I had in this thing. This guy is like pushing me around virtually. And by the way, I watched him like push my friends around on the back deck. And I was just sort of laying there looking at the ceiling, not feeling like I could do anything, at the moment. And but now, he went inside and he brought it to me, and I was just down. So he wants me to pee on him in an effort to to make my anger go away. And at that point, I was centered again. I was like, all right, I have achieved full victory over this guy, and I never did beat him down. But I was about ready to throw him over the side of the boat. I was done with this jackass. And but when he offered to let me pee on him, that was like the full submission that I was going for, and that was that. And
all right, so I got a question. Did you do it in front of everybody, or did you go down below?
This is the... No, I didn't actually pee on the guy. Maybe you misunderstood the story.
Oh, sure you did. Okay.
No. All I ever did is push him in the chest a couple of times, and then he started begging for forgiveness and making these ridiculous deals. And it was like, all right, I can let this go. But there's one more thing. So, like this adrenaline rush I had. Like, if you guys have ever been in a fight, then you maybe know full adrenaline, right? My seasickness was cured. The jackass actually did make me feel better by pouring a beer in my chest. And I was good for the rest of the
trust
trip.
me, this will fix it.
And it did. It really did. I felt so much better after he poured the beer in my chest. And then I went and I started fishing. I caught 2 mahi and a marlin. It was the most expensive fish I ever caught.
That's awesome.
Yep. So there's my first story, bro, of the week.
Similar story. Not too similar, but it involves bodily fluids being put on somebody.
I'm scared.
No, it's not nearly as bad as your filthy mind is trying to make it. I was in high school. I guess I was like a junior or probably a junior, and this guy walks up to me. It just so happens that I had an issue with this guy, and my cousin also had an issue with him. My cousin didn't even go to the same high school I did. He was in like a neighboring county. But anyway, I had egged the guy's house. My cousin had a problem with the guy because the guy was hitting on my cousin's girlfriend at her workplace. So we both have an issue with this guy. And he walks up to me in the lunchroom and he's like, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you and your cousin. And he's a big guy, but he's one of those big goofy guys that you can't possibly take seriously. You know that you can take him. He's like Dumbo. So I'm like, dude, you really don't want to start a problem with us. He's like, no, both of you. I want to see both of you tonight at Dill's at 9:00 sharp. And I was like, 9:00 sharp? I was like, what are you, like, got a schedule to keep or something? He's like, you heard me. And he walks away. Everybody kind of laughs at him, and I'm like, all right, dude. So I call my cousin on my cell phone immediately, and I'm like, Scott, this Dusty guy wants us to meet him up at Dill's tonight. Dill's is the grocery store the guy works at. He wants us to meet him up at Dill's tonight. He wants to fight. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, he wants to fight us both? I'm like, I guess. He's like, does he have friends or something? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's why he wants us to come at 9. He's like, well, we're not going at 9. We're going at 4. I'm like, all right. So 4:00 rolls around. I'm driving. Scott's in the passenger side. And here comes Dusty with a shopping cart full of some old lady's groceries. We wait for him to load her groceries into her car. And he's on the way back in. We pull up right next to him. And Scott immediately starts just cussing him out. And he goes into, like, defensive mode. And he's like, oh, whoa. I'm sorry, this and that. You were supposed to be here at 9. I remember him saying you're supposed to be here at 9. And I'm like, what the fuck difference does it make, dude? And he's like, you're supposed to be here at 9. And I'm like, well, we're here at 4. And my cousin dips, like, Copenhagen. And it's got this disgusting black spit. And my cousin pulls a straight-up Clint Eastwood on the guy. You ever see the Outlaw Josie Wells when he's constantly spitting on people with that black tobacco? Well, my cousin has, because he spits this nasty-ass shit all over this dude's khaki pants. The guy just kind of looks down at it, looks back up at us, and, like, takes his other leg and, like, rubs it in. And I was like, all right, well, that fixes that problem. No, I didn't fix that problem. We get a call. It's at 8:30, and he's like, Dusty says be here at 9. And we're like, are you fucking kidding me? We get there at 9, and of course, as we suspected, Dusty has his whole posse there. And we're watching them from, like, across the road. They can't see us. And there's some guys out there practicing some Bruce Lee moves, like karate chops and, like, high kicks.
Nice.
And high kicks and stuff. And these dudes are, like, 18, 19 years old. And I'm like, are they fucking kidding right now? And my dad's with us. So it's me and my cousin and my dad and another one of my friends. My dad's like, how you want to handle this? He's like, I want to go over there and kick his ass. And he's like, well, there's a lot of them over there. He's like, well, just don't let them jump on me. Dad's like, all right, I can handle that. So we go over there, and there's literally about 15 of these guys, and they all look like they're ready to fight. And my dad and Scott get out, and they walk into this crowd of people. My dad says, the first one that touches him, I'm going to flatten you. And everybody backs the fuck away from Dusty at this point and makes it's like a wide berth of my dad.
If you guys didn't hear, there was a previous podcast where Kyle talked about his dad, and apparently he's like a big Hulk of a don't mess around with Jim kind of guy.
So they just all like clear out and leave Dusty standing there shaking. And he's like, "Oh no!" And Scott's like, "Yeah." So Scott runs at him to get like a running like Happy Gilmore punch on him, and the guy takes off running. And we're in a grocery store parking lot, like a big like Walmart-sized parking lot, and it's empty because it's late at night. This guy starts doing laps around the parking lot with my cousin chasing behind him, hitting him in the back of the head every time he gets close enough. And, kicking him in the ass every time he gets close enough. And so finally he stops and he, throws his hands up. He's like, no, I'm sorry, no. And my dad's like, apologize. And he's like, I'm sorry. He says, no, get on your knees and apologize. The guy gets up and apologizes, but he's behind a truck, so none of his buddies can see him. Dad's like, hell no, that ain't good enough. Get out here where all your little friends can see you and do it. So the guy gets out in the middle of the parking lot on his knees, puts his hands out, to his side. He's like, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. It was the most humiliating thing I've ever seen.
That's a panty waist bitch.
It's close to getting peed on, okay? It's close.
Yeah, that's full victory right there.
Let me tell you what happened in Wings World. You spit on my khaki pants. All right, I'm not going to fuck you up right now because I'm at work. But I'm going to let you tell you, we need to watch your back. Then I'm going to hit you in the fucking knee and the baseball bat when you're talking to your girlfriend or something. Then I'm going to fucking do some reconstructive, steel-toe boots on your ribs.
Yeah, but the problem is Scott carries a 45, so that's kind of hard. He sees you come with the bat going like...
No, that's why you catch him when he's not fucking looking.
We're not going to have this conversation of what ifs, but needless to say, Dusty did not have a baseball bat and has never brought a baseball bat, even though we destroy his mailbox about once a year.
Oh,
God,
so y'all better not come destroy my mailbox. I might have to destroy some inner workings of your body with a 30 caliber bullet.
Dusty, if you're out there, sorry, buddy.
I have a couple Black Ops things we didn't talk about yet. So, one of them is that tack insertion is back. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
No,
Yes.
it's not. They're not that stupid.
This gives me a story. Last time I played Modern Warfare 2, which was today, one of the games I played was a free-for-all. And this guy named Silversmith 45, well, he had Painkiller on, and he obviously boosted for a helicopter, because he gets a helicopter. I look at his score, he's like 15-10. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. How do you go get a helicopter, which is an 11 kill streak, and be 15-10?
It's,
But the fact is, he wins a gunfight on me, and he brags about it.
Oh, nice. Achievement unlocked. Beat Wings.
It's like, seriously?
So, tack insertion is back. Oh, so that's where the tack insertion is.
fucking stupid.
Stopping power is gone. I knew that because, and I talked about it in a podcast early on, say podcast 4 or 5, where I had a whole bunch of Black Ops info that I gave out. So stopping power is gone. That's been confirmed from multiple sources. But Jug is back. So I wonder if everybody's going to rock Jug in the same way that everybody rocks stopping power now. And if they do, then is that such a bad thing, right? You know how people die a little slower in Call of Duty 4? Because the more bullets miss, things tend to bounce around. And if you get spotted in COD 4, it's not insta-death in the same way that getting spotted in Modern Warfare 2 is. So if everybody rocks Jug, does that make it a fairly balanced, okay game? Just similar to, maybe like a Battlefield minus, not quite that hard to get a kill, but longer kills. It might be okay.
I'll tell you what, I'm really happy about what you said about no stopping power but having Jug, and I'm sure there's the alternative to Jug is going to be Wings beats someone to death with a bat. The alternative is going to be also worthwhile, but I got to say, tactical insertion is such a terrible idea. I can't even. All right, the fact that kill streaks don't build on each other, that makes me almost want to go boost. That makes me want to go get somebody like, all right, come on, dude, let's go back in the corner. We're gonna get some of those high kill streaks that are hard to get. It's gonna take me all night to get a 15 kill streak, but me and you, we do it in like 3 minutes. Let's do this. Like,
So,
no, man.
Tack insertion, as it's meant to be used, doesn't bother me too much, right? Like, if people didn't boost with it, then I wouldn't be, so opposed to tack insertion. But I'm just hoping that they put some code around this. I'm hoping they say, like, look, if the same guy kills you off your tack insert 4 times, it's a ricochet, right? Like hardcore ricochet, where that guy dies instead. So you're out of luck. That, that won't work out.
Or maybe you can't throw down a tactical insertion when you're within a certain distance of an enemy. I don't know. If they leave it just like Modern Warfare's 2 tactical insertion, that will be the greatest failure of all time. That's so stupid if they leave it just like Modern Warfare 2, because after seeing what it does, how can you possibly put it back?
Put tack insertion in the game and bring back cage match, and therefore people can go boost without bothering me.
Well, I mean, but people will still do it just to be able to get the kills that you get from the kill streaks. They'll be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get a 50 kill game right here because me and you are gonna boost me up to dogs and then harriers and then napalm. Like, we're gonna rape them, man. Come on. And they'll be in their back corner getting 50 kills a game just to rank up really fast.
I had an idea while you were talking about this jug mess. All right, here's how you counter Juggernaut so it won't be running rampant. You make Dead Silence an armor perk, so you get to pick either extra health or move silent.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm interested to see how they balance things out, and I hope they do a good job.
That would frustrate me because I'd want to be silent, but I'd be losing gunfights all the time to people who don't get on target as easily. That would make that would be a game that doesn't suit me. I want Dead Silence and Juggernaut.
Yeah, but see, it's not supposed to be Woody's perfect memory.
No, that's what I'm hoping for. The game should be focused on me. Remember
talking about
the best game ever?
If everybody had Jug Dead Silence, the game would be frustrating because those 2 or 3 man sprays that people like, that would be hard to get.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Think how many 2 or 3 man sprays you get on Battlefield. Maybe if you catch everybody spawning on somebody with their back turned. It doesn't happen very often.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But Battlefield, one nice thing about Battlefield is it doesn't feel quite as connection based because
it doesn't.
of the long kills. So if Black Ops, I like the fast pace of Modern Warfare, right? I like that it moves, and people don't realize. Just digress on this for a second. People don't realize how fast you move in Modern Warfare. Picture the street by the A flag on Favela. That's a block. If you walk that, don't even sprint it, how long does it take to do that? 10 seconds maybe? No.
I thought you were talking about real life.
We're talking about wings.
All right, so that's the balance there, right? If you can sprint the whole street on the top of Favela in about 4 seconds, and you can walk it probably in 10. In real life, that's a 5-minute walk. That's a while. You are blazing around in Modern Warfare, and I enjoy that about it. But if they were to tone it down a little bit, where I'm still as agile there, but my bullets kill, half of what they are in Bad Company 2, then I'd like that game too. As a matter of fact, it might be even better for the guys who invest a lot of time in the game, because it would be harder to get kills. People who are good at killing would do better in the game.
I'd like it that I can go in a game and play with my British friends and not have to worry about lag at all. Oh, that's called dedicated servers.
Yeah, they're not doing that for consoles, but they're doing it for PCs. I'm sure everyone here knows that. I wish they brought it for consoles too. But on the other hand, whenever Battlefield got interesting, or I should say Bad Company 2 got interesting, I couldn't play it. When it came out, it was down effectively for days. When new map packs come out, when something good happens to Bad Company 2.
It's perfectly patched now.
But when interesting things happen to games with dedicated servers, they go down. And that's a bummer. Even Left 4 Dead has dedicated servers, and I don't always get a server there. I did a live stream with it. It took 2 tries to get a server. So dedicated servers are better, but they're not perfect.
I like the fact that I never feel like I lost to somebody because of the connection.
Yep. Yeah, that's nice. And part of that is the slow kills. Where staying on target is a big deal. And part of it is the dedicated servers, like you said. But the other things I think we talked about already. The chopper gunner and pay blower back, and there's an RC car. So I'm sure we talked about that. That's all my new Black Ops info.
And like the only little things that I've found that I picked out of the trailer was that the I guess it's the Python revolver, snub nose is in the game, and the AUG assault rifle, MP5K, that MKS, and that's about it, I guess, that I've actually like went and found in there. I'm really interested to see a full weapon list though. As far as does anybody know what sniper that is?
L96 British.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool. They needed more British guns in the game. They kind of
the Walther 2000s is back, and so is the Dragunov.
Oh, that's so. Do these guys not have Wikipedia or Guns and Ammo magazine? Like what is? Come on, dude. Wow.
I mean, it ain't that bad. The Walther came out about the time. Came out in what, 76?
That thing's worthless.
It's one of the best rifles ever made. It's just too expensive to sell in bulk. Nobody wanted to buy it 'cause it's ugly as shit, probably.
I wanted to involve the live stream more than we have, but one of them brought up the what the hell did he just say? Oh, the beta. Do you guys know where that's going to be on? Is there going to be a beta for Black Ops? I heard there was going to be, and then I haven't heard another thing about it, and it comes out soon. So beta.
We need to talk to this Josh Olin guy who's on our friends list.
Is he online?
Did you hear me? Am I on mute? No one's
talking
about the beta.
No. We don't know.
See, me and Kyle are thinking 2 steps ahead of you. We're trying to get beta codes.
Yeah. Like I never considered maybe if there was one or not. I was like, how am I going to get a code? I need to get in touch with JD.
Yeah. So you have JD on your friends list, Kyle?
I do.
You got to hook me up. I want to start collecting famous people on my friends list, like baseball cards. Like
dude, Hutch has Philip DeFranco on his. You ever notice that?
Who's that?
Philip DeFranco, like that big YouTube guy. Like YouTube Philip DeFranco.
The fat guy that does the vlogs.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, whatever. He's not interesting to me. I'd rather have a developer on Treyarch than...
I got Connie Chung on my friends list. Suck it. Like who do you want?
You got Connie Chung. Isn't she like a news reporter?
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm not interested in her either. Anyway, some guy in the chat wrote, I heard it was confirmed, and the World at War beta came out around October. So my guess is around October. So if history's any indicator, that's that. So, and there's another thing in the chat I want to read. Now, don't want the podcast to be all me reading. But JD 2020, he's the equivalent of Robert Bowling for Treyarch. He said that no beta has been announced. Anyone claiming to have a code is a scam. There's no way to play it yet, unfortunately. So, yeah, that yet thing is encouraging.
Well, I just want to throw this out there. That video, the trailer that we watched, if you paid close attention, that was recorded on the 4th. So that was recorded eight days ago, the actual gameplay was. Mm-hmm. And that's an alpha build because they don't have the gun textures completed yet. So they may not even be playing the beta yet. Just throwing that out there, just a little speculation.
Yeah, well, hell, I play a beta without gun textures. I don't really care about that.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying that, like, I don't think they're to the beta phase yet. I don't think there is a beta to play.
Right, yeah, and, well, it came out in October before. And, if it comes out in October, it feels more like a demo than a beta.
Exactly.
The purpose of a beta is to help them get feedback and make some adjustments and things like that. If it comes out in October, then it's a sales technique. It's a demo to help get people excited about your game.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me either. I just want to play the game, I just want to have some fun. I don't want to get mad, and if I die, I want to be like, yep, that guy got me. That was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to be saying, when I die, I want it to be because I did something wrong, not because the guy who killed me did.
There's going to be so many goddamn it dudes.
I don't know, man.
God damn it!
I want to be optimistic, but who knows?
Holy dog shit!
Everybody in the chat's like MP40, and yeah, I agree with you, dude. I hope the AK-74U comes back. That'd make a lot of sense. But I mean, it's a carbine, so I don't know if it's going to be if they'll put it in the SMG class or the assault rifle class, or if they'll. I mean, it's kind of a crossover. I don't know.
All right. So I think we're headed towards the end of the podcast. Do you guys have a topic you want me to cover before we wrap it up?
Or if anybody has any questions or...
Yeah, questions, topics.
There's like 700 of you. If any of you have anything you want to know.
Oh
no, my
gosh.
grandma's not... No, my grandma's not dead yet, Steve.
That's the one I was reacting to.
She's still hanging in there, bro.
The dragon's breath shotgun shells. That's the fragmentation shells, right, for the AA-12, where they have the fragmentation mine and projectile inside the shell.
Am I in love with Courtney? No, Courtney. I'm not in love with Courtney.
All right, I think this one's directed towards Wings, and I'll rephrase it. Wings, when choosing a fleshlight, which one would you pick? I know you had a bit of a vampire fixation last time, the vampire fleshlight. Of all the fleshlights you looked at that got you distracted from that podcast, which one would you pick?
How about we pick about kicking Dr. Rex off of this shit?
Come on,
but dude, I have no mental strive to use a fleshlight. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I like to backhand it.
Backhand?
Hey,
I think you're doing it wrong.
Whatever your name is, dude, send me the $100, and I guarantee I'll send you 5. I'll send you 5 of those pictures. Oh, of me? No, that's fucked up, man.
Kyle. So let me help you out here. When you see something on the chat, you need to let the listeners know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. All right. The guy said he'd pay me $100 for a naked picture of me, but I misread it and thought it was a naked picture of Courtney. And no, you cannot have a naked picture of me. That's disturbing that you have asked for that. Very, very disturbing.
The guy wants to know why Halo Reach is going to be better than Black Ops. And, I don't know. I'm going to play a lot of Halo Reach. When it comes out, and it's pretty soon, it comes out in September, and it's August already, it has this advantage. And I'm kind of psyched about this. So hear me out. Borderlands came out last year, and it came out in such a dull period. I don't know if it was August or September. I think it might have been August. But everyone was kind of fed up with the Call of Duty series. They got a little Call of Duty out, and I think that's the general mood now. And then Borderlands came, and it gave people another game to play. So I don't think it's that Borderlands was a really, really fantastic game. I think that it had really, really fantastic timing. And now Halo's going to come in. Halo's going to get out. It's going to have this early mover advantage in front of Black Ops, and a lot of guys are playing it. So it even has me wondering how many guys are going to make the switch back over to Call of Duty after they've invested 2 months into getting good at Halo. But Halo's going to be a big thing. I think you'll see a lot of the big name first-person shooter commentators on YouTube switch over to Halo at least until Black Ops comes out, and maybe some will stick. We'll see. But it was a smart move of them to come out early.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to get a lot of fucking hate for this shit right here. Halo is a kid's game. Straight up. It's childish looking. It's got stupid textures. It is really annoying to play.
I gotta disagree. I think Halo is more of a man's game than Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty is the little kid's game. I think Halo is more for a.
So you need a big purple Spartan warrior, huh?
First of all, he's not purple. He's green. Second of all, it's like 1,000 years in the future, completely realistic. Got no problem with that. Unlike heartbeat sensors and tactical insertions.
So wait, did you just argue that on a realism basis for Halo?
No.
Halo is 100% completely realistic.
I'm just saying,
super soldier that jumps 10 feet in the air.
I'm saying this.
Wearing 1,000 pounds of armor. He's a genetically engineered super soldier who's been training his whole life to fight. Of course he can jump.
I'm going to say this. The reason I don't like Halo is everything Modern Warfare 2 is that I hate. I don't want to melee people in a shooter game. I don't want to throw grenades at people in a shooter game. Don't want to do either one. I want to shoot motherfuckers in a shooter game. And people preach about Halo about balance. Well, let me tell you this about balance. All right? if everybody had the same weapon, like for example, old school on Call of Duty 4, everybody starts out with a Scorpion. The game is fucking perfectly balanced because everybody has the same weapon.
I could talk about that too.
I like old school mode. I wish they'd bring back old school mode with regular health. Pick up weapons, regular health. That'd be awesome.
The thing about Halo, and it's a game mechanic I don't like. So you guys have heard me say this before. In a single player game, the mortal sin it can commit is being lost. I don't like trying to figure out what to do next in single player. In a multiplayer game, the mortal sin they can commit is me dying when it's not my fault. And with Halo, they say it's balanced because I guess everyone has access to the same stuff, and that's a kind of way of doing balance. But the guns are not balanced, right? The sniper rifle is definitely better than the assault rifle. The DMR is better than the assault rifle. That rocket launcher that fires heat-seeking sticky grenades, good lord. Their idea of balanced is by saying, well, everyone had an equal chance to get it. Well, it's just not the kind of balance I prefer. I get that it works for some people. Some people like that game, but for me, I prefer balance to be everyone has a kit. The guns have strengths and weaknesses. The sniper rifle is way better than the shotgun if you control the engagement, right? And the opposite is true for the shotgun if he controls the engagement.
I'm following Woody on this.
Yeah, I don't like heat-seeking sticky grenade guns and you saying, well, you could have got there first. No.
I don't want to have a foot race for a rocket launcher. I don't. I seriously do not. And I don't want to lose a battle because somebody is hoarding a rocket launcher or a gravity hammer or a sword. I mean, the fact is Halo is made like a kid's game. Majority of people who play Halo are kids. Yes, there's a competitive aspect around it now, but that could be said by anything. Pokemon has a competitive aspect. I don't see Halo as like some, shooter game that's, years ahead of its time. You jump around a little bit more.
I completely disagree. It's been on the it's been on the MLG circuit the whole time. Like I said, anything could be MLG if it
want to
couldn't.
put their time.
Modern Warfare 2's not.
No, if you don't think Modern Warfare couldn't be MLG, all they gotta do is put a couple fucking rules in, and all of a sudden Modern Warfare 2
it's not
MLG.
It's not on the circuit. It's not played on the. Our MLG is like an actual.
All right, look here. Let me tell you how Modern Warfare 2 could be Halo 3 on MLG. All right, what you do is you take everybody's ability to have a weapon away. Everybody gets an M4 with a grenade launcher or whatever, and that's all they can use. Give them a map.
Wait, you're giving them noob tubes?
Halo.
That's the worst game ever.
I'm just saying. That's how Halo competes with MLG. What they did is they conformed and make everything perfectly balanced by just giving everybody the same fucking weapon.
So, by the way, I think Modern Warfare 2 is still on MLG. It's just PS3.
Yeah, it's just PS3 right now. Yeah.
But if you look at the schedules, like it's rarely played at the events. It's all like Halo and fucking like Tekken and stuff like that.
Like I said, that's because they just happen to pick it for a heavy following. But like I said, it's a kid shooter game, and it's really unenjoyable to play. It really is. Like I played Reach, and I wanted to like Reach. I played Halo 3, and I wanted to like Halo 3. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have stats. It has that level up system, which is very hard to understand. I mean, you pretty much always playing with different people every game, and to the point is, it's just monotonous. It seriously is. I mean,
no, my only problem with Halo is not anything you called out. I just don't like the game mechanic of unbalanced weapons. So, like when I played Halo, shucks, don't they all have unbalanced weapons? I don't know. I'm definitely going to buy Reach. I'm definitely going to invest some time into it, and I'll have a more educated opinion then. But the game mechanic of having weapons that are unbalanced and then using map control to get them, that it didn't work for me. Oh, and one guy kept mentioning in the chat log that it's just a beta. It's just a beta. You're gonna see improvements there, and I hope he's right. I hope that like for example the heat-seeking sticking grenades I keep picking on get toned down a bit.
Look here. To people who say it's just a beta, I was on the Battlefield 2 beta team, and you know what changed between the Battlefield 2 beta and the actual game?
What?
The mortar strike came from a little handheld computer to binoculars. That's it.
I don't know. I think Halo is a balanced game, and I think it's I think it's a more difficult game to play and a much more difficult game to master than Call of Duty. I mean, the reason I like Call of Duty is because you can just pick it up and
let me throw this counterpoint out. You put $2 in a Modern Warfare 2 room, you wipe the floor with him.
That's because he plays Halo like exclusively.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just said Halo is an expert shooter game. I can jump on any shooter game and do better than a standard scrubby dubby.
Not Halo Reach. You were having a hard time at Halo Reach, my friend. I remember.
You were having a hard time at Halo Reach because the grenades are overpowered because it's not balanced.
I didn't care for the grenades too much, and I had a hard time holding a decent KD in that game. But I mean, I like you. I've mostly been playing Call of Duty the last few years. I started on Halo 2. That was my first-person shooter.
I got no problem shooting people and staying on target. I do it very fine in Battlefield. I have over a 2 KD on Battlefield. Staying on target is my problem. My problem is when you shoot people and they can go back and regenerate their shields. You got to put an assload of whoop on them, and then they just walk around the corner and they're good. And then they'll throw a grenade and kill you instantly. Fuck that bullshit.
I have another thing to talk about. In the BioShock multiplayer, I didn't play a lot of BioShock multiplayer, but I'll say that your character gets much more powerful as you put more time in the game. So it's not about skill in the game. You just get unfair advantages. You lose BioShock fights because the other guy has powers and abilities that you don't. And that's the mortal sin in multiplayer games for me. I die even though I didn't get outskilled. And Halo does that to me too. I die even though I didn't get outskilled. And a lot of guys in this the chat, we're doing this live, is lighting up with people saying it was only bad because it was a beta. The grenades were only overpowered because it was a beta. And I think they're half right. I don't think they intentionally made the beta unbalanced, but I do think they'll respond to it. I do think that they'll, maybe tone down the nades a little bit, maybe tone down some of the unbalanced weapons and get better. I have a question for you too. What's Treyarch's track record of repairing their game when there's problems in it, right? So Bungie's kind of the king of that arena. They come out with updates every week, and I would imagine they'd even do patches and change balance issues better. Anyone would do better than Infinity Ward did. Where does Treyarch fall on that? Do you think they'll fix things better than Infinity Ward has?
Sorry, I'm sleepy as shit. But the way Treyarch does it is they'll fix shit for the first 3 or 4 months, and then they'll just taper off, just like Infinity Ward, for example. On the forum, I was a big forum guy. Like everybody wanted the MP40 patched. Everybody wanted it, and it never happened. But they did go out of the way and fix all like the elevators, map glitches. The bipod was causing problems, having people being able to get under any map, so they took the bipod completely out of the game. It will be better support than Infinity Ward, but at the same part, they are a child company of Activision, and Activision is only going to put so much money forward to make a patch.
Okay, Kyle, you have the same opinion?
Yeah, pretty much exactly. I noticed that what I've seen out of Treyarch, maybe I missed some things, but it seemed to me that they were more than willing to fix those issues with the maps. Because those were obvious mistakes. I mean, there's no way you make the game knowing that people can get under the map. They fixed all that stuff, to my knowledge. But as far as weapon balance, I think they knew going in the MP40 was just a hoss of a gun, and it was going to be like a noob, a gun for noobs. And I think they didn't mess with it because they liked it, and they themselves are kind of noobs, and they enjoyed using the MP40. I think JD 2020 said pretty much that exact thing. He's like, "Yeah, I use the MP40 Jug because it's awesome." It's like.
So I want to call out someone in the chat. He said the reason it takes so long to kill in Halo is because you're supposed to be able to put a certain amount of precision shots into someone to kill them, unlike COD where you can just spray and pray. He's right about that, right? It takes more skill on the stick to do well in COD, and it takes a little more, I'll say, tactics and knowledge to do well in Call of Duty, right? In Call of Duty, it's about seeing the other guy first. It's about navigating the map in a particular way. In Halo, while that's an aspect of it, being good with your aim is at least as important as finding the right ways to go, right? You can turn on someone in Halo easier than you can in Call of Duty.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one's about stick control, the other's about navigating the map and knowing traffic patterns and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Call of Duty is like what do they call it? Like a twitch shooter, a reflex twitch shooter. It's like, whoever gets on target first. It's more like what would happen if you were actually in a gunfight, but and not wearing a giant armor suit with shields. So
Fair enough.
I don't know. And definitely go with the Thompson, because asking Thompson or PPSH in the chat box. Thompson for the win. I want a complete weapon list of Black Ops. Honestly, that's one of things that I love to do, is find out as early as possible what the weapons are going to be, and I don't know. I just like knowing. I just like, oh yeah, that's going to be a cool gun.
And there's a guy. There's a guy that says Halo is straight up skill, no camper shit. I beg to differ. If you've watched me play Reach, I was all about shooting a motherfucker with that DMR when he was shooting somebody else. I was a leech, baby. If I see somebody getting a gunfight, I'm gonna kill that guy while he's killing my homeboy.
Dude, if there's one thing I figured out about Halo Reach, it's that camping works for me. I want to go to that on the top of Sword Base where there's like a glass floor and there's like a health pack by the door. They should name that call out like Woody's Shelf. And I will sit there and kill everyone coming in that I can. Whoever says camping doesn't work.
Sit right beside the fucking elevator with the sword.
I'm going to start talking to Wings as Coleman sponsor and be like, dude, Halo's coming out in September. You see me at the top of Sword Base.
This guy broke out an interesting little question. What do you think about there not being any gore in Black Ops? You guys noticed that when that arrow hit the guy and went off, the guy stayed in one piece, and
I think that's just because it's alpha. I think gore will actually be integrated into.
I hope you're right, because there are a lot of cool ways to blow people apart now, and I'm really looking forward to it. I love the noise it makes when somebody's arm gets blown off with a shotgun. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
I'd like to see somebody's head get blown off, like clear off, like blood shoot up.
I want it to explode like in Gears of War, and I don't care if it's unrealistic or if it's silly. I want the head to explode like a melon.
All right. Hey, should we wrap up the podcast here?
Yeah. We can keep rolling this Justin TV thing if you want, though. I kind of enjoy talking to 767 people.
I think it'll be bigger next time, because people actually plan on coming next time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, next time we could maybe give them more notice. But, all right, so I'm going to stop recording the podcast now, and we'll figure out what to do next as time goes.
As Red Baron 36 wants to chat.
All right.
Red
Good night,
Baron
podcast people.